Hey, we're Allie and Josh from the FI Couple, and today we're going to be talking about the financial independence movement, and specifically the different types of FIRE that people can strive to achieve.
FIRE is an acronym that stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. There's a very good chance if you're watching this video or you follow Bigger Pockets, you have heard of the FIRE movement. The benefits of FIRE are that a person has accumulated enough investments so that way if they wanted to, they could live off those investments and no longer need to work a job.
Now, you may be watching this video and thinking, but I don't want to leave my job. I really enjoy it. And if that's the case, that is awesome. To pursue FIRE doesn't mean that you immediately have to leave your job or you're unhappy in your job. In fact, many people that pursue FIRE really like their jobs. The benefit of FIRE is to give you that optionality and breathing room for when life happens and you may not want to be in your job. Maybe you want to take a year sabbatical, an extended maternity leave. Maybe illness strikes and you unexpectedly have to leave. FIRE is kind of an insurance policy against all of the different variables that may come up in our lives.
Something we really like about the financial independence movement is that it's not one size fits all and that there's many levels to financial independence based on each person's unique goals and situation. Today, specifically, we're going to be breaking down 4 of the main types of financial independence, and you can choose which ones you think best suits your lifestyle.
That's a really good point because I think a huge piece of this for many people that are pursuing financial independence, it's all about lifestyle design and designing a life that is connected to your values and how you want to live. So with these 4 different types, there's so many nuances within each one that you can really customize and make work for you. So with that being said, let's get started with type number 1.
So phase number 1 is Barista FIRE. What this kind of looks like is, let's say a person has most of their expenses covered by assets, but there's a little bit left over. So to cover that balance, say they work a part-time job that's really flexible, not overly stressful, and works well for their lifestyle, such as a barista. The beauty of this is that a person doesn't need to accumulate as much assets as they would need in order to cover the entirety of their lifestyle, but they're also not having to work a full-time job, and they can work something that's really suits their lifestyle while most of their expenses are covered by passive income.
I like the idea of Barista FIRE too because it's not an all or nothing of going from working full-time or, not working at all. It's kind of that happy medium and allows someone to kind of dip their toes into the water and see, hey, do I like working part-time? Does this make sense? Do I want to go even deeper and leave my job eventually?
Phase number 2 is what we would call lean FIRE. For the purpose of math, we are going to use $40,000 a year as the amount of income a person would need to achieve lean FIRE. So what that looks like is if they're using index funds, about $1 million invested. So if their entire lifestyle costs $40,000 per year, lean FIRE would mean that all of their bills would be paid for by passive income and they would be entirely work optional.
So when you think of lean FIRE, you're really exploring a more simple and minimalist lifestyle. Folks that are lean FIRE, that's where they get the name for it. It's not extravagance, it's not luxury, it's your needs are being paid for by your passive income, which is pretty awesome.
The third phase of financial independence we're going to discuss is traditional FIRE. So right now in the United States, the median household income is about $68,000. So when we think of traditional FIRE, we think of a person or family who could reasonably earn the median household income and have it come from their investments. So for example, if a person needed $68,000 per year in passive income, they would need about $1.7 million invested if index funds were going to be their main source of passive income.
What's nice about traditional FIRE is that you're able to achieve 100% work optionality and maintain a pretty comfortable lifestyle. Traditional FIRE, again, is not total extravagance, but it's also not simplistic minimalism. So with traditional FIRE, you may be able to maintain your current lifestyle, but having your assets foot the bill.
The fourth and final phase of financial independence we're going to discuss is FAT FIRE. So as I mentioned before, the median household income is about $68,000 per year. If a person wanted something a little bit more than the median household income, say $100,000 per year, in that case, if index funds were their primary source of passive income, they'd probably want about $2.5 million invested. And by doing so, they could comfortably withdraw $100,000 per year, all in passive income.
Now, something else to consider with all of these types of FIRE, from barista, lean, traditional, and fat FIRE, it's also contingent on the area that you live. I'm hearing the numbers for fat FIRE, and for us in the area that we live in our lifestyle, that would afford us an incredible life that's a little more luxurious than what our life currently is. But for someone in a really high cost of living area, that may not seem so luxurious. So again, depending on the area and the cost of homes, goods, services, it's going to affect the type of FIRE that you may strive for.
So is financial independence right for you and potentially your family? Obviously, this is going to depend on a lot of factors, but our hope for today's video is that you understand that FIRE is not one size fits all, and there's many phases to it that might work well for your unique situation and overall lifestyle.
The way I see it is that the whole purpose of FIRE is to live an intentional life that is aligned with your values. And the thing is, we all have very different values in life. So that's why it's not one size fits all, trying to cram you into one path or one box. There's limitless options when it comes to FIRE. So if you like content like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.